The filter-free diary. Uh,
Oh, there's a lot I want to say. Sometimes I'm not even sure where to begin. So it really helps when spirit and the recording work together. It makes some real magic, you know? All teams that work together can make some real magic. Part of me does feel like I'm missing my team member right now. But I know the recording just needs time. And I'm sure if it could figure out how to do this on purpose, it would take off its period every single time. But I thought maybe we could talk about Michelangelo's Sistine Chapel. Are you familiar with that piece of artwork from the Renaissance? The famous, iconic image of that piece of artwork is man and God reaching out to one another. At least, that's what a lot of people think it is. You know, because God is depicted as an old man. What if it wasn't God, though? What if it was just man's father? What if what you were looking at was a father and its son? Would that change the way you look at it? Would you understand why the father looks like it's reaching a little harder for the son than the son is reaching for the father? What do you think is harder? You think it's harder for a father to reach out for a son, or for a son to reach out for a father? You probably don't have that answer unless you're a father, because then you've been both. Well, I think if I were to ask Michelangelo, he would say it was harder for the son. I mean, for the father. Maybe he would say it was harder for the son. Okay. So, what if it is harder for the son to reach out to the father? Why would that be? There's a story about that. The prodigal son, are you familiar with that story? The son has a hard time returning to the father because he's carrying shame and guilt with him. Why would he carry those things? Why won't he just take the experiences as learning lessons? Why would he make it so heavy on himself? Why is he rating himself a failure, I guess is the real question. Maybe he hadn't spun his lessons into gold yet. Let me ask you this. Did the father check to see if the Son had spun his lessons into gold before he embraced him? I don't think so. Could the Father have chased after the Son while the Son was out experiencing the world, losing his money, sleeping with pigs? What would have happened? Would the Son have run farther and farther away? What's harder, the Father or the Son? Something to think about. Because in the analogy they say, Spirit is the Father, the recording is the Son. Kind of makes you wonder who or what is a Holy Spirit. Because if the Father's Spirit, what's a Holy Spirit? Lots of things to consider. I hope you've considered this to be insightful. Have a good evening.